Imagine a universe teeming with alien civilizations, each vying for dominance, fueled by conquest and fueled by fear. In this galactic arena, humanity, the HFY species, emerges. But here's the twist: we're not defined by our technological prowess, our superior weaponry, or our ruthless efficiency. No, our defining characteristic is something far more unexpected: kindness. And, let's be clear, Orbital strikes. This is the story of how a little bit of compassion, mixed with a whole lot of firepower, changed the galaxy forever. Let's set the scene. Think about the human-friendly trope, a staple in science fiction. It's the idea that humans, despite our flaws, possess an inherent drive to help others. We see it in countless stories, from rescuing stranded explorers to offering aid to the desperate. But what if this wasn't just about feeling good? What if this innate desire to help was, in fact, a strategic advantage? Consider the initial encounters. Imagine the alien fleets, ready for a fight, expecting the usual displays of aggression. Then, instead of laser blasts and war cries, they're met with offers of assistance, of shared resources, of genuine empathy. Confusion reigns. Misinterpretations abound. They're caught completely off guard. They're expecting a battle, but they get a helping hand? This unexpected approach becomes our weapon. The aggressive races, programmed for conflict, are forced to reevaluate their assumptions. Their algorithms break down. Their strategies fail. They struggle to comprehend a species that offers aid even when it could easily dominate. They underestimate us. And in that moment of underestimation, humanity finds its opening. We'll delve into specific examples later, but just picture the scene. A desperate plea for help. A seemingly impossible situation. And humanity, stepping in, not with demands or threats, but with genuine concern. This is the foundation upon which our legend is built. This is the power of the unexpected. This is the beginning of a galactic revolution, one kind gesture and, of course, one well-placed orbital strike at a time. Alright, let's talk about the orbital strikes part. Because, let's be honest, kindness alone doesn't always cut it in the vast, unforgiving expanse of space. Sometimes, you need a little persuasion. And that's where humanity's capacity for devastating force comes in. We're not just about being nice, we're about being a force for good, even if that means delivering a swift, decisive message via a kinetic bombardment. Think of it as a galactic reset button, applied with a healthy dose of compassion beforehand. It's a carefully calibrated balance, a dance of diplomacy and destruction. Consider this, a struggling colony, facing annihilation from a hostile alien race. Humanity arrives, not with guns blazing, but with offers of aid. They provide food, medicine, even technological assistance to help the colonists defend themselves. They engage in negotiations, trying to find a peaceful solution. They're willing to share, to understand, to help. But the aggressors, blinded by their own ambition, refuse to listen. They continue their assault, their weapons trained on the innocent. And then, just before the final, devastating blow falls upon the colony, the orbital strikes. A perfectly targeted, surgically precise application of overwhelming force. A clear message: we tried to help, we offered peace, but you chose violence. Now, face the consequences. We'll analyze specific examples. Stories where humanity's surprising acts of mercy are juxtaposed with the cold, hard reality of their military capabilities. The contrast is stark, the effect profound. The aliens are left reeling, not just from the destruction, but from the betrayal of their expectations. They were expecting a battle, a fight for survival. Instead, they got a helping hand, followed by a lesson in galactic politics delivered at the speed of light. This isn't about being brutal, it's about being decisive. It's about protecting those who can't protect themselves. It's about showing the galaxy that kindness, while admirable, is not weakness. It's about demonstrating that humanity is willing to go to any length to defend the innocent, even if it means unleashing the fury of 1,000 suns. Because sometimes, the best way to show compassion is to ensure the survival of those who deserve it. Now, let's delve into the core of the HFY philosophy, subverting expectations. This isn't just about being nice, it's about strategic brilliance. The combination of kindness and destructive power is what truly sets humanity apart. It's a potent cocktail that allowed us to achieve goals that would have been impossible through brute force alone. Imagine the impact on galactic politics. Other species, accustomed to endless cycles of war and conquest, were forced to re-evaluate their own strategies. They had to learn to anticipate the unpredictable. They had to account for a variable they hadn't encountered before, genuine compassion, coupled with the unwavering willingness to defend it. How did this unique blend work in practice? Consider a classic scenario, a vulnerable planet facing imminent invasion. The aggressors, a race known for their ruthlessness, are poised to strike. But then, humanity arrives. Not with threats, not with ultimatums, but with an offer of aid. They provide resources, share technology, and offer diplomatic solutions. They try to de-escalate the situation, to reason with the invaders. They offer a hand, a chance for peace. The invaders, baffled by this unexpected gesture, hesitate. They are programmed for conflict, not for cooperation. Their assumptions are challenged. They begin to doubt their own resolve. They see a weakness in humanity, a vulnerability they can exploit. They think they can take advantage of our kindness. And then, the hammer falls. The invaders, ignoring the offers of peace, launch their attack. And that's when the orbital strikes come. A devastating, perfectly targeted response. A display of overwhelming force. A clear demonstration that kindness is not weakness. It is, in fact, a strength, a shield that protects those who deserve it, and a weapon that punishes those who choose to ignore the hand of friendship. This strategy became a powerful tool for diplomacy, negotiation, and survival. It forced aggressors to think twice, to consider the consequences of their actions. It showed the galaxy that humanity was not to be trifled with, that we were willing to fight for what we believed in. It was a testament to the unexpected power of kindness, backed by the unwavering threat of overwhelming force. We'll explore some key moments where this strategy proved decisive. So, what's the takeaway from all this? The HFY trope isn't just about wish fulfillment, it's a commentary on the complexities of human nature. It's about the potential for unexpected strength, a strength that lies not just in our capacity for destruction, but in our willingness to care. We've seen how subverting expectations became humanity's greatest weapon. It wasn't just about having big guns, it was about using those guns to protect those who deserved it, and to punish those who didn't. The combination of kindness and overwhelming force allowed us to achieve goals that pure military might could never have touched. Think about the impact on galactic politics. For eons, the dominant strategy was simple: conquer or be conquered. Power was measured in fleets, in territory, in the capacity to inflict pain. Then humanity showed up, throwing a wrench into the gears. We offered help, we offered diplomacy, we offered a hand, and then, if that hand was slapped away, we offered a swift, devastating consequence. Other species had to adapt. They had to learn to read humanity, to understand a species that wasn't driven by the same primal instincts. They had to learn to anticipate the unexpected, to recognize that genuine compassion, backed by the threat of orbital strikes, was a force to be reckoned with. This unique blend became a powerful tool for diplomacy, negotiation, and, ultimately, survival. We've seen countless key moments where this strategy proved decisive. Planets saved, alliances forged, entire civilizations spared from annihilation. These weren't just victories in a military sense. They were victories of the human spirit, of our ability to choose empathy even in the face of overwhelming power. The stories remind us that sometimes, the most effective way to achieve peace is to be prepared to fight for it. And that sometimes, the best weapon is a helping hand, followed by a well-placed orbital strike. It's a balancing act, a tightrope walk between compassion and destruction. But in the hands of humanity, it became a force that reshaped the galaxy. What are your favorite HFY stories that exemplify this? Let us know in the comments below. So, what's the ultimate lesson here? The HFY trope isn't just a feel-good fantasy, it's a deep dive into the multifaceted nature of humanity. It's a testament to our capacity for unexpected strength, a strength that emerges not solely from our technological prowess or our military might, but from something far more profound, our capacity for kindness. We've seen how this seemingly paradoxical combination, compassion intertwined with the ability to unleash devastating force, became humanity's defining characteristic and ultimately its greatest weapon. It's a potent combination. Kindness, when coupled with the unwavering willingness to back it up, becomes a force that reshapes the galaxy. It's a tool for diplomacy, for negotiation, and, crucially, for survival. The stories we've explored demonstrate a fundamental truth: sometimes, the most effective path to peace is to be prepared to fight for it. It's about showing the galaxy that we will not stand idly by while the innocent are threatened, or while aggression goes unchecked. And sometimes, the best weapon is a helping hand, followed by a well-placed orbital strike. Think about the impact. Alien civilizations, accustomed to the cold calculus of power, were forced to adapt. They had to learn to anticipate the unpredictable, to understand a species that wasn't driven by the same primal urges. They had to realize that genuine compassion, backed by the threat of overwhelming force, was a force to be reckoned with. It was a strategy that turned the tables, that forced aggressors to reconsider their actions, that showed the galaxy that humanity was both capable of immense empathy and devastating retribution. This isn't about glorifying war. It's about recognizing the complexities of the universe, the harsh realities that necessitate a willingness to defend what is right. It's about understanding that true strength lies not just in the ability to destroy, but in the courage to protect, to heal, and, yes, sometimes, to deliver a swift, decisive message. So, what are your favorite HFY stories that perfectly capture this blend of compassion and firepower? Which tales of humanity's unexpected strength have resonated most with you? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let's discuss the stories that remind us that the universe is a complex place, and that sometimes, the greatest heroes are those who offer a helping hand, and then, if necessary, unleash the orbital strikes.